All right, welcome back to Kettle Talk. I'm here with infielder Josh Shaw from St. John's University. And Josh, a local kid in the tri-state area, went to Don Bosco Prep. I'd have to imagine that, I don't want to say hatred, but maybe there's some animosity more towards St. Peter's than maybe Seton Hall. Is that true at all, or?
No, there's a rivalry at Seton Hall, but one of my best friends from Bosco is actually the ace there now. Cullen Dana is a lefty pitcher. He was a Sunday guy this year, but it was a great opportunity to play against him coming from Bosco and then be a rival at Seton Hall. It was pretty cool.
What's it like facing him, knowing that the last time that you guys faced each other was probably, I guess, a BP or an inter scrimmage at Bosco?
It was fun. It was fun to finally. I faced him a few times in inter squads, like you said, in high school. But going out there and actually seeing him on the other team was pretty cool.
Now, one more thing about, I guess, your St. John's days, because they're still going on, but in speaking to Keith Regala before at Creighton, he said that you were one of the toughest guys to get out. So now I'm going to flip the switch. What was it like facing him?
He's good. He's a good pitcher. All the Creighton guys competed, but he had a little bit of velocity on us, and I had trouble hitting him, but he couldn't strike me out.
With that said, obviously from Jersey, what were some other schools in play, and what led into going to St. John's?
Well, first off, I liked St. John's the best coming in because of the baseball program, the academics. It was close to home. My dad played at Seton Hall, so he actually played with Coach Blankmeyer. So everything was perfect going to St. John's. I looked at a few schools, some ACC schools, Boston College, Rutgers was big on me, just a FAU. So.
In terms of baseball, a lot of people know that St. John's is known for its basketball, but I guess the baseball equivalent is Jack Kaiser, and he's obviously still around the St. John's program a lot. What's your relationship with him? Because I guess he is the Lou Carnesecca of the baseball team before Blankmeyer.
Yeah, he's a legend around St. John's, but I've met him a few times at the banquet, just seeing him around campus, and he's a real nice guy. He's done a lot for the program over the years.
When I guess it was Ed Blankmeyer tells you that you're coming to Cotuit, what were your initial thoughts, and what were the first couple of weeks like playing for Mike Roberts?
I was excited when I got the news that I was going to be playing in the Cape as a freshman. That's an honor, but the first couple of weeks here have been great. I've learned a lot. He's a different coach than the coaches at St. John's. He's more about like a southern brand of ball and big on base running, and I like that because that's probably the biggest thing I need to work on coming out of St. John's this year is my base running. So I'm excited I've learned a lot of stuff so far. I'm excited to learn a lot more.
In terms of coming to the Cape and playing for Mike Roberts and all of this stuff too, you're coming off, just like a lot of players, winning accolades in their own conference. At St. John's, I'm sure there was an adjustment period. You settled down and obviously won Freshman of the Year. What was that whirlwind like, making the transition from high school to now college, and now even coming from the Cape and just continuing to go up and up in the competition?
Well, it's humbling as you go up and you see how many good players there are around the country, but it's just a learning experience to really get used to the better arms. The big thing is the velocity as you go up to college, and then when you come here, you see people with changeups and good curveballs, and everybody just keeps on getting better.
The one thing, too, you mentioned your stepdad played for Seton Hall, was drafted by the Yankees. What's it like growing up seeing that other players' fathers don't have that experience? You had a luxury of that. What did he teach you growing up and how you carry yourself on the field?
I'm incredibly thankful that I got the opportunity to have him in my life. But over the years, he's been there to throw and BP to me every single day. And it's just I'm blessed to have somebody who's been there already to lead the way.
Now, this last one, I guess it's an insider for us St. John's guys, but now with Sly Fox closed, Aquises is the only place around St. John's. Is that the place that you go to? Because Dante's isn't there anymore. Where do you get your grub if it's not Marillac?
Double J's.
Okay.
Double J's. The baseball team is big with Double J's. We get everything there every day.